he has to have adopted. The deadline was 6 weeks from the day that our contract started. So that was not the best plan I've ever done. It had all the stuff required, but it was you get kind of frustrated because it's like you just want a notebook that's been adopted, or you want a plan. And so that was the frustrating part. But I think no one's here with the extra. I think he just wanted to say, well, our state is prepared because we have all these adopted plans, regardless of what the quality of those plans was. So, that was very frustrating. And I think also it doesn't encourage people on how important the plans are, because it's well known on social evidence to cut and paste. And then it's expired. Oh, well, we just got to cut and paste it again instead of. I worked with one county about the last year or so, and a very small county, not a lot of people, but the most engaged committee. They decided they wanted to have a committee who would meet every 2 weeks to finish their plans. We would put together after, they would go over it, we'd give them a new chapter, they go over it, then they'd come back to the other chapter. But it was one of the best plans I've ever seen, because it was one of those processes. So I'm very impressed. We hope to carry that out. I know I won't be able to get some of our local meet every 2 weeks, but even 6 weeks or strategic amount of time throughout the process would be wonderful. Some of them, they just don't know what it is. But I think that's a lot of plans. People think the plan is that notebook, and it's really not. That's kind of a summary of the whole process. I think it's that input, and some people will have the knowledge, public input, or they can edit and that kind of thing. If you can do it in a way that's interesting, it gets people not to have one citizen that complains at every meeting be the complainer, but that other people can get input. It really can add to the change. And I think not just the people in the government, a lot of citizens that live with issues have really good ideas about what to do. Whether it's a flooding issue or terrorism, but I've had a lot of great ideas come from citizens, because they're there right in the middle of that community, and they see what's going on, and they can say, well, I had, for example, a lady come up to me after a presentation who was in a wheelchair and say, what's the plan for me if we have no access? And so, that made me look to check and see, but, she obviously had been worrying about that for a while, and so that made sure that we had that information. So I think it's great to have that input. I'm not afraid of people. It's good, even if they're vouching. That's good. Yeah.
We try to do it on council districts, non-council districts. We had one in West Austin, she got some council. We had actually had some board work. But we found out most of them thought, this is the point. We don't have any problems. No, you never do that. The public perception because we have so we must have solved problems.
You're going to get nice.
Everybody else will get.
That was kind of way for people who were state part of the that's part of the
There's this one woman in one of our metro areas, she shows up to every session, they have obligation meetings where they list things to ask the community if they've mitigated yet.
At least it,
You got the solar flares here? You got solar flares?
Yes, I've got that one,
That's a
yes.
good one. Have you read, are you ready for solar flares?
And what's the other? Yes, yes, that question too.
With the partnerships, issue, something that I was thinking in our rural areas, we have a big struggle for the communications between the system.
Right.
And then they've got office players and there was some negotiation process. So you find that one of this plan will go on, you have enough participants and they have a meeting and they don't have any ordinances. That's they've had lots of properties and they're all in it. It's really hard for us to come back and make ours work centers if they have to.
Yeah. Well, that's the one area I don't see owners, not in those, but you see all the time, this department doesn't want to work on this, particularly, in the growth, fire rescue and police. Fire rescue and police. I want they want this money for their, have enough sheriff's deputies, well, we need an extra fire truck. I think that's one advantage for regional because there's no really, we're not a political body, there's no elected officials, there's no incentive once they're at the table with all of us, there's really no punishment or incentive for their movement. So I think that can be an advantage for doing something regional. And plus all that stuff with the plans that we have general stuff, they can put that in there. Same with the education projects. Our mitigation projects, so far those have been locality around locality, but we have assured liability too. There's a couple of houses here, a couple of houses here, where you couldn't get them to pass the building cost analysis, but they need to be taken care of. Often thought we could even do a regional mitigation project. That might be helpful too, just to kind of clean up and there's still work to be done, but they just need to pass the project with that person.
Look into that, as a grant.
Yeah,
Because if they're on the same tributary,
right, that's a lot are.
then you can usually aggregate benefits. You just have to be really careful about how you're doing it.
Really cute, I don't think
Yeah.
there's motivation about that too.
Absolutely.
you don't even need to do one, so.
Yep. They don't have to be in the same jurisdiction, but they do have to be impacted.
When I was in the grades class, and so they don't even have to do certain things. I
Yeah.
mean, like I can do a city of Tulsa, city water acquisition
You could, yeah.
and aggregate them all.
Could aggregate.
Get the ones that don't quite, okay.
Could aggregate something like that. But it's such a hazard. So,
It'll be flooding. is what I think.
yeah, you're going to want it. So I'm looking at the fire station. So there's a lot of
Yeah.
another part.
Yeah, I think we could, because we, James River and the Shenandoah, in fact, we flow up from ours, counties, we use all this weather, or big snow or something. Don't send your water up here. I know, what can I do? I can control that, but to kind of move into the creativity, we started out our educators with the project impact grant. It's really helped us do a lot of neat things, but have found that you could wrap a dirty sock up in a box and suddenly the most interesting thing if it had a bow on it because people would see. Sure, I'll participate. One of the things that input for the plans, when we worked on community wildfire protection plan for localities, we were having trouble getting people to come to meetings. But the Home Depot in that community had I think they called it a public safety day. So we partnered with the Department of Forestry and we created kind of a survey, and it was maybe 5 questions. We grabbed people in the parking lot, and the Department of Forestry had all these neat giveaways with Smokey the Bear on it and things like that. So they filled out the survey. You got a Smokey the Bear chip clip holder for your potato chips, or you got a frisbee for your kids, or something like that. And that really helped us be able to do that. We also did have somebody put a Smokey the Bear suit on, but apparently it hadn't been washed in 20 years, and people have been wearing it in very hot temperatures. So the person that was willing to wear the Smokey the Bear suit apparently got a promotion or something. No one wanted to do that. But having Smokey the Bear there was a big draw because we could advertise that Smokey the Bear. You could take pictures with kids with Smokey the Bear and all that kind of stuff. So that pulled it in. But our most successful, and it will not hurt my feelings when I say this word, but it actually does. We've done this not in a row, but at least 7 or 8 years. But we have a calendar that we do. And if I were at a bookstore buying a new calendar, I would say, this looks very boring. This is black and white, there's nothing more on it, which is true. I'll show you a calendar. But we live in the Shenandoah Valley. Everybody's a big history buff. So we have pictures. All the pictures on the calendar are of historic things from our area. And when we do ones, we try to do a theme. This year, our theme is horses. So every picture is a historic picture that has horses. We have pulling wagons. We have all kinds. This one is my favorite picture. I don't know if you all can see from here. There's a dog sitting in the wagon seat. So I'm thinking that's the dog driver. But that became really popular. People love the pictures. So then maybe the second calendar we did, besides putting the regular Christmas, Easter, 4th of July holidays, we put a couple of fun holidays. So then that's a box. So we have a holiday for every single day on the calendar. We have, let's see what today is. Yeah. And some of them are real official ones. We also had a contest to name them. Let's see, today is, today's actually a Jewish holiday, Rosh Hashanah. Yes, it's a holiday. How about tomorrow? Tomorrow is Make a Hat Day. And then Saturday is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Saturday the 5th was Be Late for Something Day. But we have people that, particularly in offices, they'll put the calendar up because they want to see the holidays. They have the holidays is Big Bird's birthday. Now, almost everybody wore yellow for Big Bird's birthday. Well, I don't care about that because if they will put this up, every month we have different information about different severe weather here. And in the back, not that they're going to read it, but it's but we have what's called a disaster kit. And if you have special needs, crime prevention tips, mitigation. What if you have to evacuate? How to deal with has a generator. But because this is black and white, very simple, it costs us $1,000 to print out a calendar. And we give them out throughout the week. We make kind of a tour in December, take them to the libraries and the locality buildings. We have certain agencies that we give out the calendar. We always do it free because that way people do not have to worry about paying for it. They get all the information. But when I say tricking they might put it up because of the picture or the fun holidays, but you know there's a Virgins Club.